All right, let's cut through all the hype around AI, shall we? If you're a project manager and you're kind of wondering, okay, how do I actually start using these new AI and large language model tools? Well, you are in exactly the right place. This is your practical guide to taking those first, most important steps. Feeling a little overwhelmed by all the AI buzz? You're definitely not alone. I mean, the pace of change is just wow. But don't worry. Think of this as your clear, simple starting guide. We're going to cut right through the noise and give you actionable steps you can use, like today. So how did we get here so fast? Well, this whole AI wave really got going back in 2012. It was the launch of ChatGPT in late 2022 that really lit the fuse. Suddenly, these incredibly powerful large language models, tools like ChatGPT, Claude, and Copilot, were available to everyone. And honestly, these are the tools that hold the most promise for us in project management. Okay, so with all this new tech flying around, all this potential, it all boils down to one simple question, right? Well, what if I told you the answer is way simpler and way more direct than you probably think? You don't need a fancy technical degree or some massive budget to get going. The very short answer is just do it. Seriously. The single most important thing you can do right now is to simply start. Dive in, experiment, play around with it. Don't worry about getting it perfect on the first try. The real goal here is just to get the ball rolling and start that learning process. Okay, so if the motto is just do it, where exactly do you start? Well, the recommendation is pretty clear. Start with ChatGPT. It's the market leader for a reason. It's a great place to begin. And hey, once you're comfortable, feel free to check out others like Claude or Copilot. Oh, and a super important tip when you're starting out, keep it generic. Describe your problems without ever using sensitive company information or confidential project details. Super important. All right, so you've opened that chat window, you're ready to go, but you're going to find out pretty quick that getting really amazing results, well, it takes a new kind of skill. It actually means unlearning a habit we've all spent the last, 20 years building with search engines. Yeah, check this out. This is the big shift. For decades, with Google, we've been trained to use short, generic keywords, right? Project management software. But with these AI models, you do the exact opposite. You get specific. You give it context. Look at that example. Instead of a vague search, you're telling it a story. I'm working on this app. It's called Dart. It does this. This shift right here, from a generic query to a specific prompt, that is the absolute key to unlocking the real magic. And once you get the hang of that, man, what can't you do? This is just a taste. You can brainstorm solutions to a tricky user problem, summarize a mountain of product feedback, draft a project spec from scratch. You can even have it help you role-play a tough conversation with a stakeholder. It's like having this super versatile assistant for the entire project lifecycle. Okay, so you're prompting like a pro, but you're probably going to hit a wall. You'll get answers that are good, but they just feel a little generic, right? Not quite tailored to your world. So, let's talk about how to fix that. You know that feeling, right? Where the AI's answer is technically correct, but it just doesn't quite apply to your specific project or your company? It's a super common frustration, but the solution, thankfully, is really straightforward. You just got to give it more context. And this right here is the absolute best way to think about it. Just imagine you're onboarding a new employee to your team. What would you give them? You'd give them the project docs, you'd explain the goals, you'd give them the backstory, right? Well, you can and you should do the exact same thing with your AI assistant. So how do you actually do that? 3 great ways to go deeper. First, use the built-in features like custom instructions or custom GPTs to save that context so it remembers who you are and what you're working on. Second, for a specific task, you can literally just give it your project documentation, onboard it to your project. And third, and this is a big one, don't forget to check the tools you already use every day. Jira, Asana, even Excel. They're all baking this stuff right in. Now, I know, doing all this might feel a little weird at first, but you have to reframe it. This isn't just about learning a new piece of software. This is an investment. You're building a fundamental skill that is absolutely going to be necessary for pretty much any professional in the years to come. All right, so we've covered the why, the what, and the how. Let's bring it all home with a couple of final, really important things to keep in mind as you start this journey. Okay, listen up because this one is non-negotiable. Always, always, always treat what the AI gives you as a first draft. It can be wrong, it can make things up. You, the project manager, are still the expert. It's your job to review it, to edit it, to fact check it. Think of the AI as a really smart, really fast intern. It's great, but you're still the boss. Okay, so let's boil it all down. What are the big takeaways? Number one, just start now, preferably with ChatGPT. Number two, be specific. Context is everything. It's the key to getting great results. And number three, go deeper. Save that context and start looking for these AI features in the tools you already use. And that brings us to the final big idea I want to leave you with. Look, these tools can definitely make you faster, no doubt about it. But the real question is, how will you use them to make you better? How can this technology free you up to be more strategic, a better communicator, a better leader? That's the real game changer. Thanks for tuning in.